Alright, we're gonna just pretend my camera's straight for this intro. Because I can't be bothered setting it up. It's the 4 April. I do have a couple of year-long projects where I'm bringing out the first part in April. So I already had videos coming. So I'm only really working on one main video project, which is the Read Your Library challenge, where you get prompts and you get library books to fill it. So it's like encouraging you to use your library more. And I like that as a readathon. So yeah, I will be taking part in this throughout April. I don't know how the vlogs are going to be set up, but I will be vlogging my experience doing it. Because yeah, I just had too much going on this month with reading. So I didn't want to do too many. I didn't want to commit myself to too many projects. So this is my main project for April. Like my main video project for April. And I will see you guys when I'm starting these. When I'm starting to read these. Bye. Hello. So, hold on. Oh, I think you're crooked. Let's try this. There we go. Hello. So, it is the 1st of April. Well, okay, no, it's the 2nd of April now. But my spinner wheel told me that I am starting the challenge by reading By the Book by Jasmine Guillory. I read the Cinderella one, which is the first book in this series, and I gave it 5 stars. This one is Beauty and the Beast. But yeah, I really enjoyed the first one. I gave it 5 stars. So I have a feeling that I am going to really like this because I'm really into like Disney movies. You know what? I think it's still crooked, but we're going to deal with it. And I've never actually read anything by Jasmine Guillory before. So it'll be interesting to see what her writing is. But yeah, this one is the Beauty and the Beast retelling. The first one that I read was Cinderella. Yeah, this one is, so from what I read, it is basically just this girl, Isabel, she goes to meet this beastie author and they end up bonding. So yeah, this is literally just Beauty and the Beast retelling, just like the first one was Cinderella. But I am intrigued, and this one fits the prompt of, like, it was something to do with like bookish. I think it was either books on the cover or about books. I can't remember what it is. I will probably confirm that before I come back in with information about it. But yeah, this is what I'm picking up first. Bye. Hi. So I am just checking in because I am now 188 pages in, and I read this 188 pages this morning. So I'm quite proud of that, actually. So this book does read quite fast. I don't think I'm enjoying it as much as I enjoyed If the Shoe Fits, which is the Cinderella one. This does have a chance to be a 4. We'll see where the last 100 pages of this takes it. But yeah, I am quite enjoying this. you've got the two. I should probably tell you more what this book's about now that I've read it. Now that I've read most of it. Okay, so you've got Izzy. Izzy is the beauty character in this, and then she works in a publishing house, and her boss is trying to get this manuscript from this guy named Beau, who is the beast character in this book. And so Izzy volunteers herself to go to Beau and convince him to write this memoir. And she ends up staying with Beau to help him write it. And like, you learn a lot more about why Beau is the way he is. And yeah, like I said, I am quite enjoying it. Everyone she works with is kind of a jerk, except for her friend, what was her name? Peyton, I think. Yeah, except for her friend Peyton, there are a few friends that are jerks. Like, her boss, Marta, doesn't actually care about her. She just cares about getting the manuscript from Beau. And there's this guy, Gavin, who is just a condescending jerk. And he wants her to fail, basically. Because he's trying to convince their boss, Marta, that Izzy wasn't the right person to get Beau to write this memoir. But yeah, aside from Peyton, I don't like the other people she works with. But I like the relationship that Izzy and Beau are building. They're like building building like a mutual trust relationship, and Izzy's getting Beau to like open up and write the memoir he actually wants to write, and not like cutting out the hard parts. So yeah, like I said, I am quite enjoying this, and I am intrigued to see how this will end, but I still don't think I'm enjoying it as much as the first one. But I do like the relationship between these characters, which is usually what affects my rating. If I find the characters annoying, then by default I don't like the book, so I rate it lower. But I am liking these characters, so we'll see how this ends. Bye. And I'm back. It's a few hours later, and I have finished By the Book by Jasmine Guillory. I did enjoy this. I really liked the idea this is the he fell first trope, as well as like the grumpy sunshine. And yeah, I did think it was well done, but I was right. I didn't like it as much as the first one. I'm giving this a 4. Because I did like the references that they threw in. The company she worked at was Tale as Old as Time Publishing. Then she got an interview with a company called Maurice. And anyone who knows this knows that Tale as Old as Time is like just the phrase that comes with Beauty and the Beast, and Maurice is the name of Belle's dad. Like I said, I thought it was well done. And I did like the subtle references that were in this. So yeah, overall, this gets a 4. But my first book for this challenge is completed. So let's move on to book number 2. And book number 2, The Wheel chose Isabella Nag and The Pot of Basil by Oliver Darkshire. This one is filling the prompt of a 7-word title. Isabella, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Isabella Nag and The Pot of Basil. This is a cozy fantasy vibe, which is normally my type of fantasy. I get along so much better with like cozy fantasy than I do with heavy fantasy. Yeah. And ironically, the first 2 books I read, the characters have similar names. Isabella. But yeah, I probably won't start this tonight because I did just finish one book. But I will if I don't start it tonight, I will definitely get into this tomorrow. And I'll be able to give you a proper synopsis of what this is about. Alright, later. Okay, we're going to do this update handheld because I can't be bothered moving my tripod. But I have started Isabella Nag and the Pot of Basil. I'm about 60-something pages in, so I thought I would give just a quick update about what it's about. This is about this woman, Isabel Nag, and her husband stole a magic book from this wizard. And she goes to return it, but she's told that the original wizard has gone. So she's been told to hold on to it until someone else can be found to take it. And Isabella's like, this will be fine. What's the worst that could happen if I keep this and learn magic? Her and her husband really don't like each other. So yeah, she's now slowly starting to she's now learning magic with the help of this magical creature that looks like a cat. He was the one who she found when she went to return the book that her husband borrowed. And yeah, so far I am enjoying it. It's not as fun as I thought it would be. I feel like it's going to get fun once she starts properly being a wizard. But yeah, for now, it is just simply it is more cozy vibes. And yeah, so that's the best summary I can... Oh, and there's also this donkey who went to this wizard's castle for help and was there when Isabella was there. So now she has to help this donkey as well because she accidentally brought him to life or something like that, or made him talk. Either way, chaos is going to ensue, and I'm all here for it. Alright, bye. Hello. So, I have finished my second book for this video, Isabella Nag and the Pot of Basil by Oliver Darkshire. I was going to give this book a 3, but the last 50 pages just turned into absolute insanity chaos, and I loved it, so it's getting a 4. Yeah, just the way that they took that ending, absolute insanity, but I did enjoy it. So that's another one ticked off for this readathon. So let's go on to my third spin. So the next book that it gave me was The Daughter of Dr. Moreau by Silvia Moreno Garcia. And I've never actually read anything by her before. I don't think. I need to double check if I have. I don't think I have. I definitely haven't read Mexican Gothic, which is her most famous one. But I have to have a look through and see if I have actually read anything by her. But this one is a retelling of The Island of Dr. Moreau, which I haven't actually read, so I have no idea what this story is going in. But this fills the prompt of... I can't remember which one it fills. I will confirm that when I come back to give a synopsis about what it's about. And it also fills a magical readathon prompt I have, which is a house on the cover. Yeah, so this will be my next read. I probably won't get to it today. I just want to watch some TV for a bit. But yeah, this is the next one that I'm reading, The Daughter of Dr. Moreau. And I will see you guys then. Bye. Hello. So, I think I'm going to DNF The Daughter of Dr. Moreau. I gave it about 30 something pages, but I don't even know what's going on in it, to be honest. So yeah, I'm calling this one a DNF, and I'm gonna move on to the next book. So the next book chosen was Luster by Raven Leilani. This fits the prompt of a book under 250 pages. This is a romance between older male leads, which is nice. So yeah, I will come back once I have started this. Bye. Okay, this is me from like 2 minutes after that last clip to say I'm actually going to redo something for the prompt that I DNF'd the Daughter of Dr. Moreau for, because I do have another book from the library. I do have another book that fits the prompt I was reading it for that also works for the Magical Readathon, so I'm kind of combining two. And that is Queenie by Candace Carty-Williams. The prompt for Read the Library that I'm replacing the Daughter of Dr. Moreau with this for is character name in the title. And obviously Queenie is a character name. And for Magical Readathon, it fits ask your friend for a few 5 stars and then pick one. So I picked this one because it's giving me an excuse to finally read it. I don't even know what this is. I'm not even 100% sure what this is about. But I remember reading it and really wanting to try it. So, yeah, I'm actually reading this book next. And then I'm going to read Luster. Hello. So, I have started and finished Queenie by Candace Carty-Williams. I didn't come in to update you because I didn't really know what was going on for a lot of this book. I did end up skimming it about, once I was 140 pages in, I did end up just skimming it. But I'm giving it 3 stars because I didn't know what was happening for most of this book. And I feel like that probably lost me points. I can't even describe to you what happened in it now. But I just want to let you know I did finish it. So now we'll go back and do the next one that the wheel actually picked. That was just a replacement for another one. And I'm going to pick up Luster by Raven Leilani. Bye. So I was mid-reading, and someone decides to come sit herself on my book as a way to get attention. But it's a good thing she's adorable, because otherwise I'd be more annoyed. But seriously, I was really getting into my book. I closed the book for like 10 seconds, and she instantly takes my spot where I was reading. But like I said, I can't be too mad because she is adorable. Okay, and it is a few hours later, but the same day, and I have finished Luster by Raven Leilani. This was an interesting story. Basically, this woman, Edie, she ends up in this situation where she ends up like the third person in this open marriage situation that this man Eric and his wife Rebecca have. And she ends up moving into their place for a while after she loses her job and then gets evicted from her place. And they've also adopted this black child. And Edie is a black woman. And Eric and Rebecca are both white. So she ends up helping... what's the daughter's name? I can't remember the daughter's name. But yeah, she ends up helping her... Yeah, she ends up helping her learn more about, like, the black side of things. So, like, how to do your hair like a black person and stuff like that. So yeah, she ends up bonding with this kid. And yeah, and the kid also knows the arrangement. She's fine with it. She just doesn't want to. She's more worried about losing the family that she has with, like, the kid's more worried about losing the family that she has with Eric and Rebecca. And she tells Edie this. But yeah, it was an interesting take on, like, how it would go, like, with the open marriage and being like the third person there, and then suddenly moving into the place and bonding with your daughter. But yeah, I'm giving this a 4-star. I did quite enjoy it. So let's go on to the next pick that the Will chose for me. And the next book that was picked by the Wheel was Pretty Little Liars by Sarah Shepard. This fills the challenge card prompt of a YA or middle grade. Oh, I didn't say it, but Luster fits the prompt of under 250 pages. But yeah, back to this. So, I watched this TV show years ago with my younger sister, but I never actually finished it. I think I watched like the first 4 episodes and then never continued. But yeah, I am curious about this. I might read this and then watch a couple of episodes of the show again, just to be able to compare it. But I have heard good things about the book. I mean, I'm not the YA audience anymore, but I do still enjoy YA books. I don't really think I need to say what this is about, but basically, these 4 friends, Aria, Spencer, Hannah, and Emily, they... Whoops. They are essentially all friends with this... And then there's this 5th friend of theirs named Allison who goes missing. And then these 4... Yeah, and then the 4 girls kind of end up... They stop being friends, and they go their separate ways, but they're brought back together when Allison's body is found, and they all start getting texts from the mysterious A. And yeah, I'm intrigued to see the difference. I do remember what the pilot episode was about, so that should be enough to go on. But yeah, I'm curious to see what I end up thinking of this. But I will check back in with you guys a bit later. Bye! Hello! So, I have finished Pretty Little Liars by Sarah Shepard. I really enjoyed this one. I'm giving it 4 stars. I feel like if I read this a few years ago, when I was a YA audience, I probably would have given it 5. But yeah, I'm happy with it being a 4-star. So I've already told you what this is about. But yeah, this basically just builds on the separate relationships, but like the separate issues with these 4 girls after they stop being friends. I feel like the most interesting one is Spencer, because and probably Hannah. I was intrigued by their stories. I wasn't a fan of Aria's because it was really just the Ezra relationship, which I wasn't a fan of in the show, and I still wasn't a fan of it here. So yeah, so a lot of the stuff I was a fan of, like, Spencer's stuff is mostly more family drama than boy drama, which I liked. And Hannah's story was interesting. We explored her bulimia, and we also And it also explored, like, her shop, like, she did get caught with the shoplifting that she had. Her boy drama kind of led to her and Mona stealing her boyfriend's car and driving drunk and crashing it. So then her mother, like, sleeps with the cop as a way to get Hannah out of drunk driving charges. But yeah, overall this was really good. I'm giving it 4 stars. And now that this is completed, let's cut to the spinner wheel to show the next pick. And the next pick for this video is The Christie Affair by Nina de Gramont. Now, this one is about the disappearance of Agatha Christie and, like, the story surrounding that. Like, where did she go when she disappeared? So it's a fictionalized version of a real event. And yes, I will establish that the wheel said Lolita, because I was going to do the read a classic one, but then I decided to do this one instead, because I was just more intrigued by this one than Lolita, but I couldn't be bothered changing the wheel. So yeah, this is the next book I'm picking up for this video, and I will see you guys then. Hello! So I'm doing this update from down here because I can't be bothered standing up or moving the camera, but I am now 131 pages into The Christie Affair. I just got to part 2. This book is essentially based around the in real life disappearance of Agatha Christie, where she disappeared for about 11 days and then just randomly turned back up. Yeah, the affair part means that basically Agatha Christie's husband has decided he's leaving her for I don't know if she's a younger woman, but just a different woman named Nan something. Yeah, Nano D. And so her finding out about this affair is what has led to her disappearance. Like, in real life, no one actually knows what caused her disappearance, but this is a fictionalized version of it. And part 1 literally ended with a mysterious death in a hotel, and the last line of the end of part 1 was, "Eyes not dark." Yeah. Chilton took her hand. She was prettier than in the picture he'd left on the passenger seat of the automobile. Fairer and more youthful, with that kind of movement in her hand. With that kind of movement in her face, even as she tried to appear unmovable, that no picture can properly capture. Eyes not dark as they seemed, but bright blue flecked with green. At the same time, unmistakably the same woman. Mrs. Agatha Christie, my goodness, we've been looking for you. So yeah, that's how part 2 ended. It was essentially a couple of pages of 2 people mysteriously dying in a hotel, and then Agatha Christie turns back up. So it was really getting kind of good, but I wanted to at least give some kind of update now that I'm 100 pages in. But yeah, I think I'm really going to I'm enjoying where this is going. So if it stays going the way that it seems like it will, it's probably going to be a 4. But we'll see how the second half goes. Hold on. No, I don't think I can pull that look off. Well, no, actually, maybe I can. Anyway, getting distracted. But I will check back in when I have something else to say or when I finish the book. I think I'm just going to read as much of it as I can tonight, and I will be back tomorrow to either tell you that I finished or give another update of where I'm up to. Bye! Hello! So it is the next morning, and I have finished The Christie Affair by Nina de Gramont. I'm giving this a 4. I had given it a 4.5, but I slept on it, and I'm dropping it down to a 4. I did really enjoy this one. I think there were some bits in there that just made it feel a bit unnecessarily long, but but it was good. So don't I have to sneeze. All right. Anyway, I'm giving this a 4. This was quite well done, and it does fill in the whole it does give one answer to the mystery of where did Agatha Christie go for those 11 days. All right. So I am going to actually split this series of videos in half. So I'm going to end this one here. And I will come back. Yeah, I will cut this here, and then I will start the next one with my next wheel spin.